It's week 9 of the 2024 season. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Eagles and the Jags under the lights on Sunday night.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now.
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday is underway. Devin Duvernay to return it. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by a former first-rounder now in his 4th NFL season from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball. I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route. They get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
First time this game they've looked to him. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Well, Brock, they haven't been immune to the injury bug this season, but somehow, someway, their losses on the depth chart have yet to lead to a loss on the field.
Yeah, and to me, Kate, this is really 2 things. This is good coaching and great attitude.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Broke through the tackle. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. 2nd and 13. This finds Smith. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Etienne again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
They kick the running back in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Here's Jones. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Running back sent in motion. From the 41. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On 1st down, Hurts. Looking the sideline. That's Goedert. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he makes the catch for the tip drill. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Looking for a target. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will take possession. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Their winning streak just keeps growing and growing, Brock. 7 wins in a row now, and with this lead, could be an 8th straight. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Smith. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Hurts now from the gun. Taken in by Smith. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going. He loses the football. Jags pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback in his offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Second and 10 now. Jones finding Reynolds. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Darius Slay with the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They send him left out of the slot. Jones now on 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Logan Cook on the punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Into the hands of Campbell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, a give to Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. Hurts looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They motion Dotson over left. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's down into the red zone. This one gets to the 18. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. All set up now for 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. Connection made. Travis Etienne. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go right back to ETN. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
3rd and short. He's taking the option right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Jones on first down. Completed to Reynolds. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pressure comes, Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't helping matters.
In the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Jones to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Campbell hauls it in. He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 46-yard line.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They go play fake with Jones. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Looking from the gun, here's Jones. That pass caught by Strange. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. An option give here to ETN. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Pistol now for Jones. Hits him on the out route. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Jones now to throw. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game before halftime. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On 1st down, Hurts. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. From the pistol, Hurts. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. Braden Mann on the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And a fair catch made without incidents just inside the 25. The Jaguars and Josh Reynolds running out to the field. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Able to find Strange here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To throw, here's Jones. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw by Jones. He gets this one to Strange. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing it just before halftime. He lofts it deep, right sideline. It is caught at the 20. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Terry McLaurin leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. Second among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. First down throwing for Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle.
The challenge flag is out, and the Jags going to have them review this one.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this. He did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. Into the hands of Campbell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pass complete to Campbell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Hurts throwing again. Headed out right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed.
And they get to him again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Jones off first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Etienne on first down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Trying it right side with Etienne. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for...
Oh, tried forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. A give left side to Brown. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Has a man. It's Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the gun, ETN gets it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Jones to throw. Completed over the middle. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time. Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. This, our last play of the quarter. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Jones. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. They'll run. ETN is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. They motion Reynolds over right. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. And it looks like 9 yards on that pickup, and this sets up 3rd and goal. Trying to get it with the option here. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Oh, he's taking an option left on 4th and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jaguars take a 4th quarter lead. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones hits him on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
Eagles 14. Logan Cook.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of. right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
He'll get this one to Brown. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
On first down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 43. Campbell hauls it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Able to find Johnson here. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Second and 3 now. From the 38. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion left. First down throwing for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now, hang on. Looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's second and goal. Hurts throwing again. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. Buckle up. It's third and goal. A run with Brown. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Now a carry by Etienne. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Pistol now for Jones. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They go play fake with Jones. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. From the pistol, Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 28-yard line.
Campbell going to motion over right. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trail by a field goal. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here he is to throw. It's Dotson on the catch. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now they send their back in motion right. Setting up to pass. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. Bails out of the pocket. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Jones off first down. That pass caught by Strange. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So they take a knee here, and they stay perfect on the season. Another victory added on to their streak.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.